welcome to Candid Conversations. My name is Kendi Karaoke. I'm so excited to have you guys here again. It always gives me a lot of joy to be doing this, and I really appreciate God because of the fact that we have come. I can see day by day the family is growing, and for those who are joining in for the very first time, Karibu Sana, please make this your home. We appreciate you. I appreciate the support that I'm getting from you people. Thank you for the positive feedback. Thank you for the new subscribers. I thank you for the people that are dropping in the comments down there. And I also take this opportunity to appreciate the crew members, the people that put this, work behind the scenes to put this content together. I know I could not do this on my own. I really appreciate you guys, and this means a lot to me. So if you haven't watched the videos that I did previously, please make sure you do, so that you are able to connect with the family and the vibe that is usually in this space. And we are all about encouragement. We are all about positive vibes, inspiration, sharing testimonies and experiences with the name of just painting a picture of possibilities. Doesn't matter where you're going through, doesn't matter the circumstances that you're going through life, there is hope, and there's a God that is able to rewrite people's stories, and to give a new beginning. So today I'd like to a little bit, divert on something that I think will speak to most of us, because it's a space that I have been into, and this is about doing what you love. Doing what you love, and you realize that most of the people end up just find themselves in careers and in workspaces circumstantially. This is not what they wanted to do, but somehow because you went through college, you ended up selecting a course because maybe you were advised by peers, you were subjected maybe by parents or even teachers, and it's something that you really don't like doing. So you end up doing it just because the circumstances led you into that space. So, but you realize that, your job occupies the majority space of your lifetime. Did you know that doing what you love makes you live a fulfilled and a happy life? Because, work preoccupies better part of your productive years in life. So you don't want to live a life whereby every day you wake up and you're like, oh no, not again. I mean, every day you're looking for excuses to be away from work, because you don't just want to appear in that office again. You don't like what you do. It's such a draining experience. It makes you not appreciate life, makes you just work for the sake of money. And the money should not be the only reason to why we go to work. We should have something that motivates us from deep within, and that is what keeps us going. It's a drive that keeps you wanting to have an experience of another day, and to interact, go to work, experience life, and get to love what you're doing, because life is not all about money. Satisfaction is the key factor to why we should be doing what we do. And the reason I said this is a sort of a personal experience is I found myself in those shoes some time back when, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm a trained accountant, and I practiced for years as an accountant. Then I got to a place where I was feeling that I am not really satisfied with what I was doing at that time. Yes, it was a good job. Yes, I had a good work environment, but I was not really happy, because I think this is not what I was really meant to do, because I had not really figured out what or how a 8 to 5 job feels like. To me, it was feeling like a draining experience to always appear to work every day, because I would find myself in a routine kind of experience. And, where work gets to a point where you feel you're just doing it for you to receive that pay at the end of the month. So when I started thinking about it in a deeper perspective, and I started picturing life from a perspective of you can't just live for money, and this stirred up a desire in me to just go out there and explore options of the possibility of getting to where to doing what I really loved to do. So the moment I realized that the responsibility to either choose to continue doing what I was doing and I was not getting or deriving joy and satisfaction from it, or to make a decision to transition to something that I always wanted to do, that responsibility was on me. I had to take action. And that's why I did an application so that I'm able to transition from a practicing accountant to a lecturer. And the moment that transition happened in my life, I started feeling more happier. I started feeling more fulfilled. I am this kind of person who likes being in an environment which challenges me to be a better person. And teaching is one of those platforms, because you'll always find something new that challenges your thoughts, challenges your imagination. And I think for me, this felt like a real deal. And I realized that I began to appreciate life more. I began to, look at, what, my career had to offer. And I am really happy because I was able to do this. I was able to make this decision, and it had a positive impact in my life. There is this quote by Oprah Winfrey, which I love so much, and it relates to what I'm talking about. And it says that your job is not to do what your teachers say, what your parents say, or what the society says, but it's to find what your heart loves and be led by that. When I met my husband, he was a practicing accountant, and I never ever imagined that he would ever be interested in the creative space. And I remember through the years that the first years of our marriage, he started developing interest in photography. And he used to come and tell me that one time along the way, he would resign and fully concentrate on photography, and because he was very passionate about it. And I remember he used to tell me over and over again, and I never used to take it seriously, because we are raised in a society where we've been made to believe that anyone who doesn't have a white collar job, that kind of a job is viewed as inferior in a way. And as much as he used to keep saying it, he never used to sink well with me, because I always felt that it's not a nice idea. I used to just encourage him to do it on a part-time basis, but I realized that the drive was too much. He really wanted to do it. He was very passionate about photography, and all we'll talk about was how you talk about equipment, you talk about his passion on photography, and somehow I also had to develop interest on the same just to support him. And I remember when a few months after I had lost my job, he started telling me that he would resign, this time on a very serious note. And I was just thinking to myself, honey, as much as I'd really want to, support this idea, I felt that the timing was not really the best, because, we were just newly married, one. Then again, I had lost my job. So, of course, that means that one stream of income was not there. And he was here willing to take the risk of resigning and, starting up, pursuing his area of passion. And I remember I used to talk him out of these thoughts over and over again. But one day he just came home with a drafted letter and he told me, here's the letter, I'm going to hand it over. And I remember I convinced him that please just wait for another month or 2 months. And we waited for another 1 month. Then I remember we were towards Christmas holidays, and I told him when they break for holiday, at work, we would have more time to pray and think about it, deeply and further, so that we make an informed decision. And I remember when they resumed work in January after Christmas holidays, it was like, this is the time I'm going to hand over my letter. And I was still not ready. Yes, I was happy for him. I was happy that he wanted to pursue and do what he loved. I had seen him, grow up in his career as an accountant, and he had reached to a point where he felt he needed to transition. And I remember one day, because he realized that really there is no time I was going to okay the idea. So one day he just went to work and came back in the evening with a stamped letter. That means he had already submitted it to the HR department and it was received. I remember I received those news as a shocker. I mean, I looked at him and I was blank. How would you give out this letter and, start life? We're starting life that we're not certain of what the future holds. But what gave me hope and reassurance is the fact that he was happy. He was going to do what made him happy, or what used to make him happy. And I purposed to support him. I purposed to encourage him through the journey. And here we are many years later. And I'm really grateful that I got to stand in the gap when he needed my, my strength, my encouragement. And we are here many years celebrating that he was able to pursue his line of calling. He was able to do what makes him happy. And I am always thrilled and happy to see him grow into levels in his career as a photographer. And what really touches me most is when people are really excited, when he creates those memories for them, and when he tells beautiful love stories. And through his career, we've been able to meet many people that we would not have met in any other way. We've been able to build networks. We have grown through this journey, and that's why I really advocate that, stepping out of that cocoon of fear and getting to do what makes you happy, opens up many opportunities that you had not even envisioned. And just to wrap up this conversation, I'd like us to look at some of the reasons why it's important for you to do what you love. And one of the key reasons is you feel more fulfilled. Money should not be the reason to why you go to work every day. If money is the only motivation for you to work, then it ends up draining you. But when you're driven by passion, then you're able to go to any lengths, to stretch yourself to any lengths. And definitely, as you pursue your passion, money will automatically come your way. So another reason you become more productive, and the reason why you become more productive is that you give your all without any reservations. You give your all towards, pursuing your passion. You don't need to be persuaded or be encouraged by anyone to wake up and go to work. It just comes as a drive by itself. So you end up being so productive at your place of work. Then again, you inspire other people around you, and you come to realize that many people admire the people that take the leaps of faith, like my husband did. Even myself, I do admire that kind of, guts and courage to pay whatever the price or whatever the cost for you to be able to pursue what you love. So you end up inspiring other people, and they look at you and say, if so and so did it, then I can also do it. Then another reason why it is also important for you to pursue what you love is you will definitely succeed. Success is almost guaranteed when you're doing what you love, because you will be willing to go any extra miles. You'll push yourself. You'll be able to jump the hurdles that are there. You'll be able to face the challenges and be able to overcome them, because you have something that you would want to achieve at the end of the day. And the passion is what is driving you. You're not being pushed by other factors, but what is driving you is the passion. So you're able to rise above the challenges that you encounter in your space of work, and at the end of the day, you end up succeeding in whichever thing that you're doing. Another reason is you build your confidence and self-worth. You're able to sit at a place where you are very confident that what you're doing is what you love. So you have no doubt, self-doubt of whether you're going to make it at it or you're not going to make it at it. It makes you be in a place where you believe in yourself more. You're willing to explore what your area or field of specialization has to offer, and you're able to work with a mind that is open to discovering what there is to be discovered and what there is to be learned in your area of specialization. Then another reason is it gives you the desire to keep learning and growing. There's no destination in any space of specialization or your space of work. So there are new things that are there to be learned each and every new day. So as long as you're pursuing what you love, you keep improving yourself, you keep learning more skills, you keep learning new things that are coming up, and you'll always be up to date in whatever it is that you're doing. And in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter number 9, verse 10 says that whatever your hands find to do, you do it with the whole of your heart. And I know it's very hard for someone to give the whole of their heart into something they do not love doing. So one of the ways that you can be able to align yourself to the will of God according to the scripture, that you're able to give your all into something, is just positioning yourself in the place where you feel passionate about. You just get to do what you love doing, and it will take you, it will be an effortless endeavor for you to be able to give it the whole of your heart, and for you to be able to succeed in whichever thing that you're doing. Lastly, there is this quote by Steve Jobs that says, the only way to do great work is to do what you love. And I would want to challenge you this day that step out, take up that risk, do whatever it is that you need to do, but get to do what you love. Be willing to pay the price, and I'm sure you will thank me. You'll be grateful that you came across this conversation. And it's always our hope and desire that whatever it is that we do in this platform becomes a blessing to someone. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please head in there and subscribe, and be sure to also share this content with someone that you feel that also needs to be blessed by the same. And it's always a joy to do this. And guys, I'm really, really, really grateful. So for now, it's a bye-bye. Until next time, see you.